Hi people!
Greetings.
I'm Mark.
And I'm AJ.
And this is Movie Monday. Today we watched Rollerball?
Rollerball.
It's a 2002 remake of the 1975 movie.
And my question is, did it deserve a remake? And I've never seen the original Rollerball, but I can assure you, no, it did not.
At least didn't deserve this remake.
Not this remake.
We should probably do a brief synopsis of the plot. Jonathan is an American playing in the most deadly sport ever, rollerball, which is roller skating combined with basketball, combined with motorcycles.
And hockey, I think.
I don't know. And he fights a tyrannical government, and in the end, they take down the roller derby.
They snipe LL Cool J.
Oh yeah, LL Cool J is in it and dies. That's kind of what we wanted to talk about, was how confusing this movie really is.
It's just the most confusing movie ever. Because the whole thing started when somebody went, I have an idea. And then spent the next 6 hours explaining this sport that they come up with.
The sport is called rollerball.
Rollerball.
It's called rollerball in the movie too. And it's just so confusing because, like, there's a whole segment where they start explaining it. I honestly don't remember what they explained, but it was 10 minutes of the movie.
It was a good 10, 20 minutes of the movie.
Where they have, like, these computer-animated graphics and all this stuff. It was
From what I understand, they launch a ball. It's an oval, like, track with, like, obstacles in the middle.
Yeah, you have to, like, jump up into the rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole is like a tunnel thing. And then you have to go around the track twice before you can score?
Or something? I don't know. It was really confusing.
And my favorite part of the explanation was at the end, the announcer who was explaining it went, and the rest of the rules are Russian and confusing, and just got rid of the paper.
Yeah.
And I just don't...
I think the original rules are confusing, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't...
It also had the most confusing editing ever, where they would, like, flash to these random close-ups of the guy, but then they would also, like, cut to a different close-up from, like 5 seconds later or 5 seconds before. Right. And they would do the thing where they repeat things over.
Yeah, there was, like, dramatic repeats of things that weren't really that dramatic. Like, 3, sometimes even, like, 4 times.
Yeah, it was really weird.
And there was a lot of, like... And the main character, the actor who played him, I will refer to him as not Keanu Reeves.
Because he looked like not Keanu Reeves.
He looked similar to Keanu Reeves, but just less expensive. And so, there was just several cuts of not Keanu Reeves, like, dramatically looking into the distance.
Yeah, it would cut from, like, here to, like...
It cut to what not Keanu Reeves was looking... It cut from not Keanu Reeves to what not Keanu Reeves was looking at, back to not Keanu Reeves, and back to what not Keanu Reeves was looking at. And you never really understood why.
No. And speaking of not understanding why the movie? We didn't really understand.
Yeah, no.
At first it was about this sport. And then it became about, like, media
like a
and marketing.
Piece, I think, about, like, media and marketing. But then it kind of was about, like, a tyrant?
And like social injustice. And there was, like, throughout the whole movie, there was these miners. And, like... I think they had this whole explanation about, like, oh, the media owns the mining company, and it was just, what? And
then, at the end, they lead a revolt.
Yeah, they lead this whole revolt where they cheer, Jonathan!
Jonathan! Jonathan! And nobody really knows why.
Yeah, yeah. And, now, you might be thinking, okay, I'm picturing it in my head, and this is just a really bad movie.
Right, like an iMovie edited.
Yeah.
Real cheap.
No, it was...
We did some Googling.
Yeah. $70 million
budget. Yes.
Holy...
$70 million. Because we're listening to this movie, and we realize that they paid to license Here Comes the Boom, which is not that... I mean, it's not that a good song, but at the same time, like, it would cost a pretty penny to license for a movie.
Yeah.
$70 million budget. Of course, we later found out that it also featured Slipknot and Pink.
and LL Cool J, and like a bunch of other like semi-famous people.
Right.
Like people from the TV show Lost were in it. Like the main villain was someone from something, I don't know. But the saddest part about that $70 million budget is it made $25 million in the box office.
Right, and from what I can tell, here's what they spent their budget on: a Jeep, Here Comes the Boom, and a night vision camera, which they used for like 40 minutes.
There was a
whole an hour and a half movie.
There was a whole sequence where they just had this night vision camera going and they were doing a car chase. It was the most boring thing ever.
And it should have been cool. It really should have been.
It
should have been so cool.
If they had shot it not in night vision, it would have been cool. But it was so hard to watch. It was just in
night vision, so it was just.
It was so boring.
Just not. I just don't understand.
Yeah. So this movie, most confusing movie ever. A huge budget for what turned out to be a horrible movie, and honestly, just like I really didn't get it.
It just doesn't make any sense.
So, your rating out of 10, AJ?
Out of 10. Well, okay, we established last time we have as a movie rating,
as a bad movie,
as an entertainment.
Yeah.
But for both, I gotta give her a 1. Like, I wasn't even, even minorly entertained. Like, it was just bad.
Yeah.
And not even like, oh, this is bad on purpose. No, I think it was supposed to be good.
They were trying to make it good. It was just one of the worst movies.
It was just...
I think the worst movie I have ever watched.
It was really... there was that modern... The Romeo and Juliet. The modern Romeo and Juliet.
I haven't seen it.
Where they didn't change any of the language.
I didn't see it.
That's part of it.
I don't know.
Anyway. And what would you give it on your rating scale?
Yeah, I gotta give it a 1. Like,
on both.
Yeah, that was really bad. And in case you were wondering, guys, the audience score for this was 14%. The critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, 3.
3%.
I've never seen a movie that low, and it astonishes me.
It just...
But I mean, it's for a good reason.
Yeah, no, it did not deserve even a 5. I mean,
that was just...
Double digits would have been way, way too generous.
Yeah, that was the worst
Awful.
movie.
So bad. I doubt I will ever see anything that bad ever again.
Yeah, guys, we're just going to keep repeating how bad it is. So I think we got to go. Like, this was just...
Awful.
Yeah. I guess we'll see you in the next movie Monday, where hopefully we watch a good movie.
Decent movie.
A decent movie. So, like, comment, subscribe, all that.
Favorite, retweet, add us on Facebook, MySpace.
Definitely MySpace.
Definitely MySpace. Follow my Tumblr.
I actually have a Reddit where I make Dungeons & Dragons memes. That's not a joke. But you have to find it.